Welcome, welcome everybody. Welcome to our energy medicine gathering, to those who are joining us live and to those who watch later. Thanks for being here. Last week we talked about examining some uncomfortable emotions and asking some important questions to see if we could unravel what we were going through. So today I would like to talk about the fear and attachment that we have to these kind of uncomfortable emotions that we are trying to unravel right now. So I'm going to do it a little bit backwards than what I did last week and read from Don Miguel's book first, and that will get us moving into our guided meditation. So yes, so this is the book that I'm reading out of, Living a Life of Awareness, because that's what the Toltecs focus on, is mastery of awareness. That's the first step, Jaguar medicine. The piece I'm reading today is called Fear and Attachment. I know that whenever the fear of change takes a hold of me, it means I have created an attachment to something outside of myself. In change, the world I know can disappear, forcing me to go into the uncomfortable darkness of not knowing. But change is inevitable, and it arises time and time again throughout our lives. A relationship ends, we lose a job, leave a home, get a new wrinkle, a graying hair, or experience the death of a loved one, or, what we're going through right now with the pandemic. If you look at all the things and ideas that you have become attached to, you will find that your identity is entwined in these attachments. Fear comes when these attachments are threatened in some way, because you have interpreted these attachments as being an inherent part of yourself when they're actually quite arbitrary and they don't stick around long. So our practice, and we'll reiterate it later on at the end, but our practice for this week is going to be with awareness. Notice how every time you cling to an object or an idea, you are in essence defending your definition of self. Release this attachment by remembering you are far greater than any object or any idea that you ever encounter. Letting it go with ease and grace. So because we stirred things up last week, chances are you guys have some things in your head that you are working through and that you are attached to. And of course, the virus is doing that too. It's really making us look internal and seeing where we're attached, where are we struggling, where are we finding that resistance. This is the time right now to let go of that. And for me, what has been coming in is going back to the mantra, this or better. Show me this or better. Especially with the work that we do and those who are on the path of the mastery of awareness, we have that channeled space, and there is times where we have these brilliant, and then we zero focus. We take our vision and we go here. And in the Toltec community, we call it shifting our assemblage point. And very lightly, that means expanding our awareness, expanding our perception, and seeing what else is out there. Yes, we have this wonderful, fabulous idea, or this thing that we're stuck in, or our identity of the job, or this is how our job looks, or whatever. And we can't look past our sight. So this week, we're going to focus on letting go of what it's going to look like on the other side and just holding the intent of show me this or better. And just let go of everything else, this or better. Because we have limited access, and sometimes we just need to get out of our own way so that the universe can give us what our intent is and what we're looking for. But to do that, we need to unhook. Have to unhook. So the meditation that I'm choosing to do today is cord cutting. So before we start, I'd like you to just close your eyes and go inside for a minute and just ask yourself, what am I really zero focused on, that I have the blinders on around, that I'm not really open to suggestions, ideas, perceptions, this or better? Where are you stuck in that 0 point focus. Where are you here? Where can you take some blinders off and look for new ideas, new things? So just stock your energy body, stock your physical body, stock your mind. In other language, it might be, where are you being stubborn? Where are you being closed-minded? Is there somewhere that you're getting in your own way? Maybe ask that question in general. Where am I getting in my own way? If you've never brought that into your consciousness, that's not something you're going to stock. So just take a second and scan, see what you find. Now just let it go. Acknowledge that you found it. We're not going to do anything with it. I don't want you to label it, put a good or bad on it or anything. All we're doing is creating awareness. So just kind of shake that off. And then we're going to go into our meditation. So go ahead and get comfy. Open your heart, settling in, making sure you're comfortable. And when you are ready, you can close your eyes and take your awareness inward. Taking long, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you fill your lungs, feel the air go right down into your belly and hold. And as you release slowly, feeling all the tension melt away. And with every breath you take, you feel more and more relaxed, letting go of any muscular tension in your body, feeling yourself sinking deeper and deeper into your chair, your bed, the floor, wherever you are. And focusing on the muscles of your face, your jaw. How are those muscles feeling? Clenching your jaw and allowing it to relax. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and allow them and ask them to relax. Moving your head side to side, feeling the muscles in your neck become so relaxed. Letting go of tension in your shoulders. Tightening your arms and letting them relax. Soften as you go deeper and deeper into a state of calm and serenity. Bringing your awareness into your chest and down into your back. Asking your stomach to soften. Going down, relaxing your legs, squeezing your quads, and allowing the muscles to melt. Feeling that warm peace and calm. Now take your attention to the bright star above your head, shining its beautiful rays down upon you. From that star, draw that energy down and through your crown chakra, your third eye. Notice your soul filling with this brilliant, bright light down through your heart chakra. And bring that star energy into your heart center. Feel your heart warm and clear with each breath you take, getting rid of any illness and disease and discomfort anywhere in your core. Just allow it all to melt away. Feel the light travel down into your abdomen, into your base chakra, down your legs and into your feet, connecting you to Mother Earth. And as I count down from 10 to 1, let yourself go so deep that your mind is no longer limited from the barrier of space and time. So deep that you can remember every experience you've ever had, whether in this body or any other body that you have had, or in between bodies where you've been in a spiritual state. So deep that you can experience all levels of your beautiful multidimensional self because you are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are a wonderful and immortal spiritual being. You're always loved. You're never alone, and you can never be harmed here. 10, 9, 8, going deeper and deeper with each number down. 7, 6, 5, going deeper and deeper and deeper. 4, 3, a beautiful peace and serenity. 2 and 1, deep sleep. And in this wonderful state of calm, imagine you are walking down a beautiful staircase. Down, deeper and down. With each step, you go deeper and deeper, allowing your body to rest now. As you reach the bottom of the steps, you find a beautiful green space filled with luscious plants and beautiful creatures, with a quiet pond in the center. This sacred space is a meeting place of all the dimensions, peaceful and protected. You go into your sacred space and you find a place to rest. Here you feel immense love. You hear nature talking to you. And you can smell the delicious fragrances of Mother Earth. You are home. You are safe. And you are loved. Your soul calls to your guides for healing, recuperation, and rejuvenation. Call for Archangel Michael to step forward. As he comes to your side, feel his strong, magnificent presence. Feel his love, his overwhelming comfort and protection. You feel in your soul this most powerful archangel, here to serve you for your highest good. Taking a deep breath, and as you adjust to his energy, ask him to dissolve the cords that are no longer serving you. With crystal clarity, bring your awareness around your being, feeling the heaviness, seeing the darkness of these energetic shackles. Feel the energetic bonds like strong ropes or spider webs, connecting you to this dense energy that is not yours. See them in your mind's eye as energy cords. And watch Archangel Michael take his sword starting at the crown, seeing his glowing sword run along the outside of your body, and the gentle dissolving of the cords taking place. Send love down the cord as it leaves your auric field. Feel your heart lighten and brighten, and see your aura shine as it gets cleared. Taking a deep breath in and out as his sword goes over your chest and your back, feeling his sword move down your legs to your feet, feeling the waves of love as we release the cords out of your auric field. Taking a deep breath in and exhale as your crown chakra opens wide and white light fills your auric field like a bubble, filling all the holes and gaps where the cords once were and no longer are, sealing these wounds with loving white energy. Now visualize a bright yellow ball coming into your solar plex, shining so bright, feel its warmth as it enters your aura. This yellow ball comes with messages for your soul, helping you to remember who you are, repeating these mantras after me in your head or out loud. I am pure energy. I am my own enlightened healer. I believe in the power of visualization. I'm healing myself. I'm healing others. I choose to release all imbalances in my consciousness. I am powerful. I am pure energy. I accept myself as whole, perfect and complete. I am capable of making my dreams come true. I am worthy of love, and I surround myself with love. I see each part of my life as a lesson. I connect easily with the divine source energy. As I am pure energy, taking a nice big deep breath, looking around your sacred space. You feel the sun hit your face, loving you and supporting you, reminding you that you are your own unique ray of light. You stand up tall facing the sun, lifting your face up to the sun. Open your eyes and look at the sun in your sacred space. Look at it. With your right hand, reach up to the sun. Grab a ray of light and pull it to your heart and say, I am light. In love. And take your left hand, reach up to the sun, pull another ray of light to your solar plex. Without fear, reach with your right hand, pull the ray of light. In love, left hand, pull a ray of light. Without fear, in love, without fear. Breathe that medicine in. Remember, you can always connect with that source energy. In love, without fear. And you see a small fire burning just away from you. You feel drawn to it, mesmerized by it. You go there now. Feeling the heat from the fire on the front of your body, you ask your sacred fire to transmute any residual energies still attached to you. Walk through your fire now, feeling yourself filled with brilliant, flashing bright light. More transmutation with each step, feeling lighter and lighter, brighter and brighter. Take a deep breath in as you lift your head back up to the sun, feeling the heat on your face and feeling the heat from the fire at your back. You are surrounded and protected by Mother Earth. Honor your warrior within, right here in this moment. Understand how powerful you are. Taking a nice big deep breath, gently calling your spirit back to your body, bringing yourself back into your sacred space, finding the staircase, and starting to make your way back up your stairs. Your body feeling completely grounded, coming higher and higher up the stairs, feeling peace and calm higher up the stairs. And as I count from 1 to 10, I will bring you back to full awake consciousness. You will be alert and awake in complete control of body and mind, feeling great, filled with loving, soft energy. 1, 2, 3, gently awaking now. 4, 5, 6, more and more awake and alert. 7, 8, nearly awake now, wiggling your fingers and toes. 9 and 10. Just let your eyes open now and give a big stretch. So there's that balance. You have all those things that you have to deal with, and we're trying to help the planet heal and step into our power. And how do you balance both, right?
Yeah.
And so the challenge for me this week in my agreements is it's okay to play big. We don't have to stay small. We don't have to dollar shine. And so I pushed myself this week and had some tangible experiences. So we're looking for facilitators and teachers, and we're doing that right now. And I had somebody come for the last 2 days, somebody that I cherry picked out of one of the massage classes that I helped teach. And he was here for 2 days, and shaman. And we cleared the house yesterday. Me and, I don't know, am I allowed to say your name? As another person is on the call that was here with me. So there's 3 of us, and yesterday we went through the house. So those of you that were apprenticing and were in the house with me, that when we did that in November, it was similar to that, but really intense. And it's good to clear our houses. This house has had so many people in it, there was lots of energy to play with. And we literally felt like we were chasing something. And one had a drum and we had sage and all of that, and got up into a room. And I've never done this before, but I had my eagle feather and was smudging and started shooting light codes out of the tip of the feather and Reiki symbols and all this stuff in this corner. And I'm never aggressive with it. And this time I was just like, and I went in, and the walls cracked and the fire alarms went off, and I nearly jumped out of my skin. The freaking walls cracked.
I believe it.
Yeah. So I'm processing that just happened. Yeah, and there is a tangible, different feeling in the house after that happened, and that was yesterday. But that was a stretch. That was a push, trying new things, and there was agreements around, this is what I do, but why can't we experiment? Why can't we get creative? That kind of stuff. And yeah, so it was her and I and a man. So her and I were saging, and he was drumming and singing. This is also the first time that I've walked through and did clearing, not only with sage, but with my voice. So using that sound vibration. And then, like I said, I was using the eagle feather like a laser pointer, like a pen. And when I shot that in the corner, it was a loud cracking. I can't remember how many fire alarms. There was at least 2. And yeah. And then we were debriefing and conversing, and they would stop and we would have a little bit of a conversation and laugh about it. And then it would like chirp at us. Like, it was wild. So this is our new normal, loves. This is our new normal. So it's going to be really exciting to see where the more we clean out, the more things like this start happening. So it really comes down to doing your work, clearing out your vessel so that you can hear, And then last night with him and I were debriefing and got into some really deep esoteric conversations. And I said, I'm listening. I am listening. And then Archangel Metatron came in and was talking through me to him, saying that he was stepping in as this man's new guide, and blew him up. And then he looked at me, like, you just did that. And then it blew me up, because I'm like, oh my God, I just channeled Metatron. So yesterday was a big day. These things happen because of the work, and everybody can access it. Everybody can do it. You just got to find the language that speaks to you to clean yourself out so that you can be that vessel to have this stuff happen. And part of my agreement that I'm challenging is it's okay to talk about it, and I'm not crazy. And if I am, I've got friends that are on the same level of crazy as me, however you want to look at that. But so that's the agreement that I'm challenging, that it's okay to speak and talk about this kind of stuff, and more people need to know that this is what's happening in the world now. So my closet channeler is coming out. Yeah, so that's my story for this week. I am going to challenge myself to start sharing my stories about what is happening in my world. These are the things that will happen when you do this journey, when you take this journey. It's time to start talking about it.
What was I going to say? I'm distracted. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. So there we go.
Speaking of phenomenon.
So, when I was on Zoom with someone on Sunday, and all of a sudden, right behind me, and I could see in the video, and there was this ball of light, like shooting all over. And there was nothing in my room, because at first I was like, what is that reflecting off of her? And there was nothing. And then I kept quiet because I was like, maybe I'm just seeing it. And then the person on the other end went, did you just see that? And I was like, okay, yes, I did. But I was going to say, that's interesting. That was last night. I think the veil is thin right now. And I also think there's a lot of,
yeah.
And I think it's important too, like I've been doing a lot of protective shield, because when things are thin, it goes both ways, the light and the dark. And this afternoon, I felt like almost a little bit of an energetic attack. And same thing, it was very different. I stopped like that second, and I just sat and I put the light shield up, but I was using my hands and like a lighthouse, and again, the voice. And I was actually like forcefully almost yelling no. And I was pushing and I was going, no. And all my hair stood on end and I was like shivering. And then it was just, and then it was clear. And then I was like, okay, we're good. And I continued on.
Okay, I'm going to share one more then, because that happens to me. Was it last week, Marianne? Last weekend. That's why I wanted to do the big clear in the house, because whatever that wall crack was, that happened and it was the same thing. I screamed, no. I said, fucking no. And I closed my bedroom door and the walls cracked. I had to turn music on to go to sleep because the walls were cracking. And then, like I said, with the eagle feather, the walls cracked again, and then the fire alarms went off. So
yeah, last week that happened. And
is that last week?
That was last week, right before you told me that, and then we moved you upstairs.
Oh yeah, because I packed my room into my car. I was like, no, no. I said no.
That's funny.
So yeah, the veil is thinner, and I think it's really important to cut our cords right now, and that's why I chose to do that this week, and understand that it's not just physical boundaries that are really being needed to be set right now. It's also spiritual boundaries, emotional boundaries, like on all of our levels, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, socially, boundaries in every single one of our layers. But you have to cut the cords and you have to clear first, then put the bubble up, right? Because if you bubble up and it's inside, it doesn't matter. Clear your field and then put the shield up. You have free will, which means you have to ask. Find some ways to remind yourself to ask for protection. Call in your spirit guides and angels every morning when you wake up, and a couple times during the day, especially during the time right now. It's important to stay protected. And we forget to ask, because especially as healers, we're busy taking care of everybody else, right? Let your care team help you take care of yourself. That's the easiest way. Show me what I need in this moment. It's that easy. So, yeah. So it's been a really interesting week. Yeah. And on Tuesday, I thought it was Wednesday all day. And then on Wednesday, I thought it was Tuesday. So there was this really interesting time loop for me that literally reversed the 2 days. Too.
Okay.
Yeah, and let's just reiterate what our homework is for this week. I will read it again. With awareness, notice how every time you cling to an object or an idea, you are in essence defending your definition of self. So don't attach your identity in with something external, is basically what that is saying. Release this attachment by remembering you are far greater than any object or idea you ever encounter, so let it go with ease and grace. And that is the let's set intent around this or better. Show me this or better. That's our mantra for this week. Show me this or better, and call in your care team.